Hello and welcome to your short autumn flow. As usual, please take it slow, especially if this is your first class of the day or you're nearing the end of your autumn. But this will just be still slightly strong, but in a more gentle flow way. So what we will do is we will start on our knees and we're just going to do some opening and closing of the body. So if you are using our playlist, press play now. As you inhale, I just want you to open up the palms, open up through the elbows, and just think about raising the chest up to the ceiling with a little bit of a lift through the chin. And then as you exhale, I want you to think about drawing the chin down, folding inwards, and almost bringing your hands to the chest. As you inhale, you can start to lean forward, maybe even lifting the hips up off the heels if you're ready for that, drawing the hips forward, this opening up, and then this exhale starting to sink back down into the posture. So taking this super gentle. So as you inhale, see if you can expand as relaxed as possible. So my wrists and fingers are actually quite soft and relaxed. And I'm just trying to find this expansion, and even during the contraction, I'm not tensing too much. Inhale, opening up. Might even feel good to open up your mouth and jaw a little bit. If you yawn, that's fine. Good, one more of these. Nice big opening up. And then this time as we sink down, we're just going to take the right hand out to the right so we can lean onto the right foot, tuck the back set of toes, and then turn the left foot about 90 degrees out. So it's like a little mini warrior two. So right hand, right hip, we're going to inhale, reverse, keep that left ankle above the left knee above the left ankle. And as you exhale, we'll take a mini side angle. So left elbow, left thigh, pressing down through that left thigh, right arm lifts up and over, rotate that palm facing down so you feel that shoulder kind of drop into the shoulder blade a little bit. And maybe taking a little peek under that right armpit. I'm just staying here for a couple of breaths. Feeling like we're opening up the front and side body. Good. One more breath in. And then slowly, you're going to lean over towards the right side. Extend that left foot out to the left so we're grounding down through the pinky toe all the way to the big toe. And then open up through the side body. Good. On the exhale, we'll sweep around to the exact opposite side. So walking the hands around, extend the right foot out to the right. And just take a bit of a moment to relax that right leg. Give it a bit of a break from being bent, opening up that side body a little bit. Good, that's it. And then slowly, you're going to set yourself up on the other side. So we're kind of reversing the way we came in last time. So we're walking our hands across, tucking that left set of toes in behind, bending the right knee, and just you can support by walking the hands up the body to make it a bit more gentle. It's about 90 degrees of the right foot out to the right. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, left hand, left hip, a little bit of a reversal, opening up that right side body. And then side angle, so right elbow, right thigh, left hand up and over. Softening that left shoulder, rotate that palm facing down, and just press lightly into the right thigh with the right elbow to open up that front of the body. Maybe a little peek under that left armpit. Good, full breath in and out. And then you can very slowly start to unwind. Take the left hand back down again, right foot out to the right. So we open up that side body once more. And then this time we lean to the left hand, take the right hand to the right hip, and then extend that right foot away from you. So mixing of pointing of the toes of the right foot and flexing the foot. See if you can kind of do both at once. So it kind of feels like I'm curling the toes towards me and pressing the ball of my foot away from me. Good, you can start to do a few little gentle rotations. These are optional. Feel free to just keep the right foot in the air if you like, one way and then the other way. You can also bend the knee instead and make that a little bit more gentle. And then to finish off, just a few of these little kind of swimming motions with the leg. It's just kind of loosening off the joints, hip a little bit, but also strengthening the glutes, warming everything up, and then swapping sides when you're ready. No rush, right hand down, left hand to the left hip, elevate that left foot up, and then floint your left foot, hold it there for a moment, and then just start to circle around. Remember, you can bend your knee if you like, so you go a few rotations, one direction, and then reverse it, whether you're going clockwise or anti-clockwise, just reversing it. And then just a few little swims. Just keep swimming with that leg, and then you can come down to a bit of stillness in child's pose. So just sinking the hips back to the heels, whether you want the knees apart or knees together or somewhere in between, just sinking and softening down. And it may feel like you want to kind of wriggle and nestle in a little bit. Either way, just softening down, slowing the breath. That's it. Slowly making your way up to all fours. We'll just take a few cat-cows. Wrists stacked beneath the shoulders, knees below the hips, and just pressing into the fingertips more than the rest of the hand. Inhale, open up through the chest. Open up through the front of the body. And then as you exhale, press into the fingertips. Tuck the chin, look towards the knees, round through the upper back. Good. Inhale, let the spine become neutral. Bring the knees close together. We're going to do the same thing, but with a leg in behind. So as you inhale and arch the back through cat-cow, extend that right leg in behind and lift up through that right glute as well. And then as you exhale, just place it back down. So place the right knee down and then round through the back. Good. We'll just continue this. So as you inhale, extend the left leg back, lifting from the heel and the glute, opening through the lower back. Place the left knee back down and then start to round through the upper back. Nice. One more time each side, lifting that right leg back, nice big stretch. Feel free to rotate that ankle round and round, and then placing it down, rounding through the back. Last one. Inhale, open and soften. Stretch that left leg, feel free to wiggle, move that left leg a little bit, and then place it down, back to a child's pose for a moment. And instead of holding child's pose, if you still feel like you want to move a little bit, you can take these circles round and round, circling around in all fours. Otherwise, you can take a variation of child's pose. And then we'll start to move onto our back. So you can gently lean back, sweep the legs around, take one hand each knee, roll gently onto your back and start to circle these knees around, like drawing two circles on the ceiling. Rotating the shoulders around at the same time. And then reversing that rotation, whichever way you're going, just reversing it, not overthinking it. And then placing both feet down, placing the right ankle to the left thigh, threading the right arm through, in between the legs, left arm around the side, and just gently drawing the left knee towards you, gently pressing the right ankle away. So just stretch the glute, hip a little bit. We've activated a little bit with that little flow we did. Just a couple of breaths here, not long at all. See if you can breathe in, expanding the belly. And then exhale, relax a little bit. Just one more breath in. And then exhale, release. Place both feet to the edges of the mat. Knees fall into center. Gently swaying the hips from side to side. Loosening off the hips. Getting any little cracks or movements that feel good for the body out. And then feet come in a little bit more. Back to the other side. So left ankle, right thigh. Threading the arms underneath or just staying as is. Drawing the right knee towards you, pressing the left ankle away. And just softening the shoulders, head nice and long, away from the shoulders and the body, face and jaw relaxed. Deep breath in the belly. Just letting go on the exhale. Good. Keep the hands as they are behind the right knee. Place the left foot on the ground flat and then gently lift the right foot up. Inhale, point the toes towards the ceiling, and then exhale, flex that right foot a little bit and extend the heel up a little bit more. Inhale, relax, flex the foot. Sorry, point the toes, and then exhale, flexing the foot, so pressing the heel up. So we're not forcing the heel up, just pressing a little bit more. If this is uncomfortable, just make sure you go really gentle. You don't need to get the legs straight, that's not the goal. It's just elevating the foot a little bit. Little rotation through the ankle, wiggle the toes, and then swapping sides. So just relax the arms for a moment if they're a bit tired from holding the leg up, and then when you're ready, left leg up. Make sure the tailbone and the hips are on the ground. Inhale, point the toes. Exhale, flex the foot. So if you do have a strap, you can just hold the foot in the strap instead for these few breaths. That will obviously feel a bit more relaxing, but just in case you don't have a strap. Just to make this a bit more accessible. Wiggling the toes, rotating the ankle. Last pose, so supported bridge, or feel free to skip it and go straight into Shavasana. So block or something underneath the hips elevated, lifted up, resting softly on either the block, bolster, pillows maybe, and extending the legs if you want more of a stretch. So only if you want the more slightly intense version, you can straighten out the legs. Otherwise, feel free to just keep them on the ground. We're only going to spend 20-30 seconds here, so when you are ready to move into Shavasana or into a seated meditation. So these shorter classes, as we've mentioned before, the option is to either take Shavasana if you've got the space, or if you're going to do another class directly after this or head out somewhere directly after this, you might just want to take a seated meditation instead. So whether you're in Shavasana or in seated meditation, just starting to make yourself comfortable and slowing down the breath. So as you breathe in, think about softening, expanding the belly, filling it full of air like a balloon. And then as you exhale, emptying, deflating the belly like that balloon. And if you're in seated position, just keeping that strong posture, elevating the chest a little bit, softening through the shoulders. And just giving yourself permission to surrender and let go a little bit. And we're starting to drop the responsibility, starting to slow down, starting to prepare for the winter. So we are making decisions, but see if you can listen a little bit as well, and just trust that your body knows what it's doing, and just surrendering a little bit more. And that's it. Even it's just a little relaxation of the jaw, of the face. Even if it's just the shoulder, hips or toes, fingertips soften a little bit. Or even if it's a tiny little hint of a grin creeping up onto the side of your face as you just take a nice big breath in through the nose and a big relaxing sigh out. Just finding a little bit of stillness for a couple of minutes. wherever you are, feel free to stay there for as long as you want, even as I begin to offer you some guidance to come back into your day or evening. But if you do want to start being guided out where you are, just starting to notice your breath again. I'm just going to give you a little breath count. It's our double out breath that we may have done before together. So as you breathe in through the nose, expanding the belly for 3, 2, 1, a little pause at the top, and then breathing out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, a little pause at the end of the out breath just for a moment. Breathing back in the nose, expanding the belly for 3, 2, 1, a little pause at the end of the in breath, and then slowly out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A little pause at the end of the out breath, and just one more cycle. Breathing in, filling up the belly and the lungs for 3, 2, 1. Little pause, a little floating space here for a moment, and then breathing out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tiny little pause in between that liminal space at the end of the breath, and then just letting your breath become natural, and just noticing how your awareness has changed. Notice how you're feeling now. Maybe even being aware that you're aware. Starting to brush your fingertips across the thumbs one by one, noticing these sensations across your fingertips and body. Maybe even running your fingertips across your legs or hips or a certain part of your body as you wiggle your toes. You begin to gently nod the head from side to side, moving the shoulders or hips, ankles, wrists, just whatever starts to feel good and natural for your body to start to reawaken itself. And then eventually taking a nice big stretch up overhead with the arms, nice big breath in, little grin. And then you can roll over to your side, knees tucked in, head resting on the arms. Or if you're stayed in your seated position, just moving a little bit side to side, rolling the shoulders, and just feeling that openness through the entire front and back of the body. So if you haven't already, make your way to a seated position. And then just pausing for a moment, just soaking up some of the sweetness, some of the flavor of the flow in the season. Take a breath in, lifting both hands up above the head. Exhale, hands down through center, pausing in front of the chest. Thank you for spending a bit of your autumn with us, and we will see you very soon. Namaste and Om.